Good afternoon. Today has been a very, very beautiful day. Yeah, it has. Sunny, clear sky, except, a few chemtrail. To me, they chemtrail because you don't see them until a plane pass by and then leave it behind a line and then you see it expands, right? To me, it's chemtrail. Yeah, it's been a beautiful day today. I liked it. I got to bathe a bit in the sun. I don't feel the sun like other people do. Some people need cream, something for the sun to protect their skin. I don't need anything. Actually, it is the sun that, I don't know. Feeling the sun is just make you feel, I'll just keep it to myself. Okay. Somebody detected that. Maybe passing by when doing shift and notice that I'm mostly always looking for the sun. So they find a room for me with the sun. All right. It looks like certain people don't know how to choose. Certain people settle without noticing or realize that they settle. How you are being now, I'm just talking generally. You are a being with abilities. Do you close your eyes on certain things or do you just choose to ignore? So now it's 2 points, right? If you have ability to see and you can feel as well, especially if the person is closer to you, then you should know you're making a bad choice or making a bad decision. You have someone who actually blocking your mission in order for you not to be with a certain person, but in their mind they doing it in order for you to be with them. So if you have ability to see and feel in the spirit, how do you go and choose to move in with that individual, that person that is blocking your mission? Let's say you love mission purpose. Let's use the word mission better. Mission with a vision. This is serious. And you're gonna move in with the person that blocking you because your mission supposed to be with a specific person. So you're gonna settle with the individual blocking the mission for what? To prove a point to who? And again, I repeat, some people don't know how to choose. Some people don't know when they are settling for less. Now, you're choosing familiarity over your mission. I'm not talking to nobody specific. In my country where I'm from, normally you say when you're talking like this in third parties, you normally say, I throw the water, but at no one. Meaning, if you feel wet, maybe it's you. Then if you don't feel wet, then it's nobody. So may the owner of the message receive it kindly. How you go and move in or move on with the actual individual blocking your mission. Make it make sense. Because no matter how I think about it, no matter how I look at it, even if I write it down somewhere, it doesn't make any sense. And if two individuals got the same illnesses, me now with this part of the message, this is based on experience and what I learned and what I've done at work, because I have worked as a medical assistant for about 13 years before I entered the lab. In the medical, I have learned when two individuals have the same illnesses, you don't be, I'm not saying you don't be with the person in a different way. You don't be, I'm trying not to say curse words or any word that would kind of block the message. You don't be really in certain situation with another person that has the same sickness, because that might cause you to pass faster, maybe easier, I don't know. But there is a damage that's gonna be done. Yeah, there will be some type of damage. And again, this brings me back to the same question. How do you move on forward with the individual that actually block your mission, block your purpose, simply because they don't like the person of your choice? Make it make sense once again. Not only the person blocking your purpose and your mission with somebody else, this is really a godly thing they blocking, okay? That individual also keeps sending negativity towards you, black energy, dark energy, and I had to do something to block. Even now, I still have what I did, because all I did is with your name and certain things to block the darkness from coming to you. And they do it on a daily basis. Therefore, I have to keep it somewhere in order for it to keep being active. Every time I have a chance, I go and I talk to it. I talk to it and order it to clear away darkness, clear away darkness. How do you think you see shadows in your room, in your house? It's from nobody but that individual that you don't know how to build a boundary from or in between. I will not talk about this ever again. This is the last time I mention this, because that blockage you have, it's from that same individual that you are moving in with, because that individual wants to replace your mission partner, and you letting it happen because of childhood wounds, which is too bad. It is not my business. I will continue to block the black energy, dark energy for you, not because you cannot do it, because I believe you yourself have been helping me with certain things, because the energy is felt. The same way when you come near me, my chest jump, I say my chest jump, or it's actually you jumping on, inside my chest, because it's the soul. It's that same soul that you and I share that jump in that chest under the sternum. Like, not just you, every other seers explained it. Listen, I cannot say I feel for you, like I feel bad for your choice. I cannot say it because that's a choice you're making. Let it be. I cannot stress this enough. You are making a bad decision. There are a lot of other whores. If I were you, I would pick another whore. I would pick another whore. Because the first thing you do when you have someone attacking you with darkness, the first thing to do is to build a wall. So instead of building a wall, you are getting closer, which is too bad for you. Now, whatever you may have already, I don't know. Although I may know in the back of my head, but I'm not going to say anything here. The only thing I'm going to say, that person siphon your energy. That person, God, please help me shut up. Because that's his choice. You are moving in, you're making decision even about the mission partner with that individual. So every time you talk to that individual about your movement, about your progress, about your obstacles within the mission that you're trying to do, guess what? You're giving her more to go and block. You're giving her more to go and block, which is exactly what she does, because she does things every day. Not only she does, she also pay others to do. So it's your decision again. Because, listen, this is why I refuse to date married men. I never did it. I want to say, I said that before in a video. I dated one, not with knowledge. The story I was told by a friend, the friend she took me actually to a garage where we both saw somebody, but she knew. When she saw him and she talked to him, and he and I got introduced by her. So now when we got introduced, we exchanged phone numbers. Very handsome, dark. I would not say chocolate, because chocolate is not like black. You have chocolate that is brown, dark brown. A very gorgeous man. With money. Okay. So when he called me the first time, we talking. Then the first meeting, he picked me up to go to a mall. We got to the mall. We went to Victoria's Secret. I only took 4 items. Two pair of bras and 2 pair of underwear. That's it. He was like, "Oh, that's all you buy? You getting?" I'm like, "Hey, that's all I see that I like." And I don't. Some people would keep buying because somebody with money is taking, took them to the mall. I only took 2 underwear and 2 pair of bras. That's it. Then he took me to a perfume store. I picked 1 box of perfume. The 1 box is a set. It has one with the spray and another with the one that you can twist the top off and then you pour to use. And to myself, I'm like, okay, then this looks like the main thing, the main part. When we got to the car, I opened the box of the perfume and I give him the one without the spray. He looked at me, he was like, "What?" I'm like, "This is for you." And he said to me, this is the first time he ever took a woman shopping and the woman actually gave him something from the item purchase. I look at him, I smile, and I say, "Well, you actually meet somebody different." because I am not like everybody. And I am not really, I'm not. Listen, then we talk in the car. This is how, like he confirmed certain things that my friend had said to me when we left the garage. Um, he confirmed that he's married, but they're not together. Okay, if they're not together because the lady moved back to with her mother, and they're not together. Okay, my friend said it, and now I say, okay, they're not together. Then when we get to talk more and more and more, he's telling me that he doubts that his daughter is his and blah blah blah. Now this is what I first have in my mind. Most of the time, when a man is breaking away from a woman, they always try to doubt their children in order to have a reason to for the breakup, because nobody wants to accept their bad doing. I don't know why, but I don't do that. That's why when people tell what's going on in my breakup, I just disappear and keep my mouth shut. So choose to believe whatever lies you want, whatever I don't care about that. All I know is that me, I just disappear. All right. So now, in talking, after he said that is doubting the child is not a baby. That was, I would say, the child could be 4 or 5 years old, walking alive and very happy little girl. Didn't know her. The man lived in a big house with a pool in front, and around the pool, everything was beautiful. Every woman would love to move into that place with that man who lives there by himself. But listen, do you know that could cost your life? Do you know what that woman invested in that house? Maybe she just left the house simply to give the man time to think and realize what he's losing. And then boom, because you love big house, beautiful stuff, and then you just want to be with the man. I talked to him. I asked. I apologize. A very important phone call came through. I could not miss it. Okay. Where was I? Yes. If I no, I was talking about the pool house and the okay. So throughout communication, I ended up thinking about giving him his time also to reconnect with his child and then the wife. I don't see what the person have. I don't see what I'm gonna benefit. I don't care about that. All I know is that I didn't want to be the reason why they ended up divorced, because they separated but they did not divorce. Therefore, there is love in between them. They still chance that they can make it work. Okay, but not any woman would think like that. They would see money and then they would just jump onto the relationship. No. Although the men started to send me equipment for a home business, sent the computer, sent their desk, and sent things for me to have a PIP billing at home. And then he was gonna refer the chiropractors. But still, I asked him, when can you come and pick up the items that you already sent for the office? He said, no, if we're not gonna be together, I don't have to take them back. We just go our way and then you keep everything. Okay, then that was not me. He left the computer, he left the stuff that we already starting to set up for the business, the software for the billing, everything, and then I ended up having them. And then I ended up seeing the child. And I said, listen, is this child that you were doubting? He said, yes. I said, this child you were doubting? He said, yes. I said, listen, go make it work with your wife, okay? Guess what? Not every woman is like that. Because I refuse to cause a divorce. I refuse to be the reason of a divorce. I refuse. So my point here is this. Someone with a mission and they're already paired with a partner for that mission. I would never get in between having a child with the man and trying to completely steal the child, the man. This already tells you that the individual doesn't really care about you because they taking you out in a different path. It's a different path. I will not talk about this again because I don't want to be the one to stop somebody from making a decision. All I can say, you have ability to see, you have ability to feel the energy of that woman, to see certain ways you feeling at night when you're in bed. Go ahead and see if it's not the cause of the shadows, the cause of the darkness that you may see or feel inside your house at night. There is something done to play with your emotion, and that emotion, guess what? That darkness, this is what I have meant when I said that there is a darkness inside you that they are using because it feeds on childhood wounds. Let's say wounds that are unhealed, period. So don't you see how you focus on the childhood wounds? This is that darkness that keeps you from focusing on it. And it's not coming from far away. It comes from whoever. I'm not going to say name now. I'm going to try to be professional as I can. It's coming from no one else but your bed partner. In English, let's say French first. In French, it says, un bon entendeur, salut. In English, it says, may those who have ears to hear listen. Make it make sense again. Moving in with the one that is blocking your mission, the one that keeps you from entering into your purpose with that divine partner. See you later.